Coach Richards, kind of a tough loss to say the least to Xavier today. I mean, it seemed like, especially in the second half, you played really well, and not to be a homer about it as I'm about to be, but honestly, 2 good goals from BG and the 3 Xavier goals each had a little bit of a flukish quality or a breakdown on our part. Would you agree with that?
I think we have to be brutal right now. I mean, it's all very well me standing here and saying how great the kids are doing and how wonderful they are. It's all very well having team lunches and spending time together, but there comes a point where at this level players have got to be accountable for their own game. And you're right, 3 errors today have caused 3 goals, I think. We've had 3 own goals in 3 games now, if you include the first one against West Virginia, which to my mind is as good as an own goal. And it's so hard at this level to recover from that. I take my hat off to the team at halftime for responding the way they did. We made some tactical adjustments, we made some personnel adjustments, we made some adjustments in attitude towards the game, and it worked fantastic. We score within 30 seconds, but then we're 2-1 up. We have the game totally in our control, and then we throw it away by individual errors. And it's hard enough to come back and win a game like that one time, but to try and do it twice it's almost impossible. So, you know, I don't mean to be negative, and I'm certainly not going to mention names, but there comes a point where we have to just cut out individual errors. And it's the same in any sport. If you make enough individual errors, it's going to catch up with you, and especially in a game of soccer when there are so few scoring opportunities. 3-2 in soccer is not normal. So you have to look and say, well, there's probably a reason for that, and I think the reason is we defended poorly today. Which is a shame, because the 2 goals we scored were great goals. There was a lot of good stuff going on out there, but it's another disappointment, and it's hard to know how to put this right without saying individuals need to take care of their individual game.
You mentioned the goals. The team obviously came out and showed some fire, especially at the offensive end in the second half. Caitlin Turner got the first goal and really seemed to be kind of a disruptive force all day for Xavier in their defensive end, and then it seemed to me at least kind of rewarding or deserving of Katie Stevenson to get a goal for all the hard work she seemed to put in all game.
I think that's a great assessment, Mike. I mean, Caitlin can cause a lot of problems for teams with her athleticism, and we ask her to be athletic, and we ask the players to put her in on goal, and they did it. It worked like a charm. And that's where, as a coach, you're so happy with your team, because you're asking them to do something, they do, and it comes off, and you think you're onto something. And then, as I say, and then Katie gets a great goal for being, for persevering, for hard work. And what a great kid! I love it when that kid scores. I love it when we score. But for her, she's always so pumped up about it. It's great to see. And then it's so sad to throw it away at the other end by making mistakes. And at some point, like I say, we have to step up. I hope that we'll learn from this sooner or later. Again, it's non-conference, so it doesn't affect our MAC record, but these need to be fixed pretty soon, or else we're going to be making the same mistakes in the second half of the season, which can't happen.
And then next weekend, you go on the road for a pair in Western New York, and glass half empty. You could say it's always tougher to go on the road, but I mean, I'm in my positive assessment, can that be a team bonding thing? You get away for a few days?
Yeah, it could be. Change the routine a little bit. Yeah, I think at some point you have to change things. I haven't really spoken to the team right now. It's not the right time to do it. We'll talk later on this evening. So there's a change from the coaching staff that we're trying to elicit some kind of response. Being on the road may help us out a little bit. I mean, there are no easy games for us this year. So we'll go and we're going to play under the lights at Niagara, and hopefully that'll create some excitement. Being on the road creates some excitement, and I feel sure that once we start to get a little bit of luck and benefit from the errors other teams are making, we'll start to right the ship. But it's just extremely frustrating when we're not putting it right now, especially in a game that I think we really had a great opportunity to win. I feel like we've thrown it away.
All right, any final thoughts? I think you pretty much
probably best kept to myself, Mike.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.